Good morning, my lovelies. Lorraine here, and welcome to my channel. So, thank you for calling back, and I'm here again with another Just Craft and Chat. If you watched the last video, it was on making a book page masterboard. So I used some cardstock that I'd had in my stash forever that I couldn't imagine using. So what we did, we covered it with book pages, and I said we'd come back and make something from the masterboard. So I carried on after the video, of course, like I do, and we've got these. We've got from just that one card, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags, and 2 either they can be tuck spots or they can be journal cards. I need to back them. So I think that was quite useful, out of scraps and one piece of cardstock that was just there and not being used. So I just thought I'd put the camera on and we'll do some more with these journal cards and tags. So first of all, what I'm going to do, I'm going to choose from the tags which ones, because some of them I'm just going to stamp. Now I'm not going to stamp this, I don't think, because it's already got this image on it. So we're not going to stamp that one, but this maybe, nope. So what I've done, I've just chosen some random stamps. I really need to be able to sort out my stamps in a better way, because I have them in plastic wallets but they all drop down. They're a nuisance. So I'm just going to put them anyway. So this is my little stamp easy that I got, and I'm just trying to check it's the right, yes, right way. It's one of the best things I bought for stamping, and I'm going to use just a black ink. And I like it because if you need to stamp the image again, if you've missed parts of it or it's just not quite dark enough, then you don't have to try and reposition it. See, some of it isn't stamped, so I want to go back over that. And I can do that without having to try repositioning the stamp. So I'll just press down from there, and there's that. I quite like that because it looks nice with this black text underneath. I'll leave that to dry. I might use the same stamp on here. So again, just re-ink the stamp. There's already quite a bit of ink on there. And just press firmly. So this, I think, and my crocodile are my favourite tools that I bought. So that's 2 of them done. Quick and simple. I'll just give this a wipe. So that's that one done. We'll leave that there, and then we'll stamp this one. And I might put butterflies on there. Just position those and then ink them up. They might move slightly, these, because I've left this wet from the baby wipes. So hopefully I won't need to reposition them. I had stamping blocks, well I still have stamping blocks and I sometimes do use them, but this is so much easier. Not keen on that. So I'm going to put this one here. And that one there. This ink pad, I've had it quite a few years, from Dovecraft Premium Pigment Ink, and it's so juicy, and I've never had to re-ink it. I'm not keen on that. I don't think I like that as much. So I might, when it's dried, I might go in with my alcohol pens and just put a bit of colour on there. So let me just check this camera's still playing. As you know, I have massive problems with this camera. So I'll just double check that you're still there. Yeah, you're still there. So these, I'm going to add some stickers to. I need to move these away from there, because this is my sticker box, one of my sticker boxes that my lovely daughter got me for. I think it was either Christmas or my birthday, I can't remember. Excuse me, I'm just going to lean across and reach for this, because I have this sticker book as well. Lots and lots of goodies inside of here. That's a nice blue one. I might put this lady onto here where this butterfly is, because she will match the blue. What am I going to do? I want to keep the word. No, I'd have to do it that way. So pink and blue. So there's this lady. And looking down at the butterfly, and her name's June. My best friend's name is June. So let's have a look. This is a garden fair, so we need something gardenish, something floral for garden. I do have. How beautiful is that sticker? Oh, it needs some colour. It needs colour. Quite a bit of colour. What's this? Oh, lady. We have flowers. What about a rose? I quite like that rose there. Not that there. It's difficult when you've so much choice. It is. So, I think we'll leave it at that. We'll have these So, there we go. They are not always easy to separate from the backing of these either. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I really need to get a new scalpel thing. I have this donkey's ears. There we go. So we'll put the rose here. Just get the air bubbles out from behind it and then it stays put. It needs anything else there. I think that's plenty in there. So that's that one done. And then we're just going to have that flower's lost on there, it's too pale. So we're going to try something different. Come, 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 come. It's not big enough, is it? I never use steampunky things. It's something that I avoid. I'm going to do it. I am going to do it, guys. Maybe I should challenge myself to do a steampunky album. Journal. Gosh, this is a sticky thing. Going to all curl up in it. So there, having said that I was going to leave that image, I haven't done, I've covered it. I need to cover this. You know, I talked to you about checking your words, and this is from, I can't remember the name of the book. But it was about a lady called Fanny. But of course, Fanny nowadays has connotations. So I need to find something to just cover up Fanny's name. Sorry. So let's get my little bag of tricks. Let's see what we've got. That's springtime, that's specimen. Vintage journal. I think that'd be too big for them, wouldn't it? Gosh, so much choice. What about this? What about... I like that. And I'm not putting that there. So, you are awesome. Where's my glue? So whenever we make mistakes when we're journaling or making ephemera, it doesn't really matter because we can cover it. So there are no mistakes really. We just have to think a little bit out of the box. This glue don't want to come out to you. There we go. Back on my favourite blue again, my Cosmic Shimmer. We'll put that there. difficult to move it. Once you've stuck it down with this glue, you don't get very long before you've to throw things away because it's too late probably. Now then, what about this one on here? I like this one. That's nice. I'm going to use that one. This is going to be another one of those that curls up when you take the backing out. Isn't it? So. I wonder if I can do it like this. I can. Well, I made a mess of that, didn't I? But it doesn't matter. I like that bird, but that now needs other things on there, doesn't it? Can't believe I did that. It's because I'm rushing this. I'm not taking my time as I should. So, again, I'm going to need a little something on top. So these are Artemis tags and the spring floral things, but sometimes there's some I like that one. No, I'm not happy with that. I'm going to leave it because if I can't decide what to do and I just put something on randomly, then I'll be unhappy with it. It'll go in the bag that I use for all my that's just spoken to me, so we'll have that. I'll just ink that up before I put it on because it's put that there. It's a quote by Margaret Sangster. I'm sorry, I can't tell you who Margaret Sangster is. I'm sure somebody will let me know who she is or was. Okay, so we'll put that there for now. I'm not happy with that at all. So we'll have a look here. This needs something with greens in. That lovely, that butterfly. They're all lovely, those stickers. I'm not sure where my daughter got them from, but they're nice. That's thoughtful when your family encourage you with your crafting stuff. Oh, it's got toadstool written on there. Where's those toadstools? What about that? I just spotted the toadstool thing there, so we'll put the toadstool on. I've just spotted this, which was the backing from that sticker, and I'm going to keep that because that'll make a lovely mirror. You know, when you're using like slides, you know, specimen slides, and that could be used for a specimen slide. I might do some acetate things next. out of there. That's nice. So that's all of them covered. See how juicy that is, it's still not dry. Got ink on there, so I can't do anything with those yet. Just put that one there, that one there. And now I'm going to do everybody's favourite. I'm just going to distress around the edges of those. It's windy again here today, but the sun's out, so I'm not complaining. And my hubby's gone for a walk. He's gone walking up the highest mountain on the island. I don't know how high it is. Gosh, that old book just absorbs that ink. So him and his friend have gone walking. It's quite a way, it'll take him quite a few hours. And the point where he's walking to, it's called Prophet Ilias. And there's a church on the top of the mountain that's dedicated to the Prophet Ilias. And actually, as I'm sat here crafting, I can see it out of my window. So I need to back this, get rid of that blue. I will back that with some cardstock. There we go. I think this needs something else. It might need a flower over. A small flower somewhere. I'm not happy with it. Sorry, I don't know if I'm off camera there. I'm pulling it towards me and not towards you. Can't see it. I've got something small. No, I don't want that's too big, isn't it? Because that hides the bird. So we just need something really tiny. Tiny bit of flower. Oh, there we go. That's autumn and this is spring, so we don't need how about that? And we'll cut the ends off. Gosh, for the first time. There we go. And so I'm going to put there. And then just take, I'll fold it over because I'm going to back this, aren't I? So there we go, that's better. It needed a bit of colour on it, didn't it? Yeah, I'm happier now with that. I'm just going to cover that white book page because it's too stark for this tag. That needs. That just needs taking off there. I remember the name of that book with Fanny in it. It's Love in a Cold Climate. Oh, it was a beautiful book that I'd found. There we go. And the Garden Fair one. So you'd stopped again. My camera had stopped me. I apologise. I'm going to have to knit these two videos together. So I don't know at what stage you left. So I apologise for that. So there's that. These are still wet. Still wet. I can't really, I can do around the edges, can't I suppose? Don't touch the stamp. I could get my hot gun, what do you call them? You know your gun, heat tool. I could get that out. I suppose. Right, stay there. Stay there. It's amazing how wet that ink is. So we're just going to stick this butterfly tab on. Is it any wonder this board looks like it does? Instead of using my glue book that I've just moved to one side, I'm just using my cutting mat. So, put that back on there. And now what I'm going to bring in is my jar. My husband asked me for a hole punch the other day. Do you have a hole punch? I said, of course I have a hole punch. He does some magic tricks, and I don't know what he's doing, but it's a pack of cards and he wanted a hole punch. So I got this out and he looked at it and he said, no, just a hole punch. And I said, yes, it's... He said, can you not just have anything that's not complicated? So I'm just going to put the holes in there. Is that going to... I might just miss that lettering. Yep. Not that. I'm not sure about wanting to do these yet because they're still wet. I would normally have waited whilst they dry because we're recording. I don't want to wait. Put highlights in these as well. And these ones, I'm going to use the black ones, I think. dark ones anyway. 1, 2. Come on. 3. No, it's these 3 in there. Hey, a bit shaky this morning. 2. Talking of shaky, one of our friends has just been diagnosed with Parkinson's. So he's going to have a rough time ahead of him, and his wife caring for him, so it'll be difficult for them. It's only gone warm. So that's all the tags done. So on the scraps we have done these. I'm going to put some word tags on here, but not until they are dry. So that's quite a bunch of things from scraps. So they are nice. So thank you for joining me, and I'll be back again with maybe I'll have a look at the acetate thing. Let's see what we can make with that. Thank you, and have a safe day. Bye.